I got my first client online with less than 300 followers on Instagram. I had less than 3,000 followers or 5,000 followers on Facebook, and I had less than 1,000 followers on LinkedIn. What does this tell you? You don't have to be popular, you don't have to have years of experience, and you don't have to be perfect to land a client or to get your first client as a digital service provider. However, I won't fail to mention that it took me up to 8 months or more to be able to get my first client. And it took me that long because I didn't know some of the things I'm about to share with you in this video. That is to say that if you're able to listen closely and apply all that I'm going to be telling you in this video, you stand higher chances of getting your first client in the next 6 months or even less. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 6 things you should do to be able to get your first client in the next 6 months. And if you're already getting clients, you just need to do these things more to get more clients. There's no time to waste this 2025. Let's get into it. Number 1 is to pick one skill you can offer. I want to assume that you already have a skill, but even if you don't have a skill yet, you just need to pick one skill. And you don't need to know everything about it. You just need the basics to start. Yes, the basics. And a lot of people usually assume that when they get to do a lot of things, they stand higher chances of being seen and being hired by clients. But this is not true. Because when you're doing a lot of things, identifying as someone who is doing a lot of things at the same time, especially as a beginner, it makes you appear confused. And it actually scares potential clients, quality clients away from you. Even if you attract any clients at all, they are likely going to be people who are going to underpay you. So what do? Pick one skill, get to know the basics and start from there. You don't have to know it all. Just know the basics and get started already. I'm not saying you should stop at the basics, but I'm just saying that the basics is okay to start with, right? You can always learn on the job. Yes. The second is to let people know what you do. If nobody knows what you do, who is going to hire you? Who is going to reach out to you for what the services you're offering? This is the mistake a lot of people make. They usually assume that, oh, because I've talked about it 5 times, because I've talked about it 10 times, then everybody should know. Don't stop. You have to repeat yourself over and over again. Say the same things in different way. Make it louder, make it clearer. Let people know what you do. Talk about it on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter. That's the one we call X now. TikTok, any platform at all where your target audience are and where you want to build your brand. Go right there and start talking about what you do. Do it consistently. Do it without getting tired. Because when you do this, you become unforgettable and it makes it easy for people to remember you whenever they need your services or come across someone who needs your services. The third is to create a simple sample. A lot of people reach out to me and they're like, oh, Sophia, I've not gotten any clients yet. How do I get my portfolio done? How do I get my work samples? And I'm like, why? You don't need to have a client to have a work sample. What does work sample mean? It means sample of your work. It doesn't even have to be what you have done for a client. What matters more is that you have an evidence, you have a statement that shows that you are capable, that proves to potential clients that you can do the job, you can get the job done. What do you think tailors do? Most of them, when you go to their stores, the clothes you have there are not even for any customers. Those clothes are basically what they just imagine, create, and they put it out there to show people what they can actually do, to show people what to expect when they hire them. That's the same thing you should be doing. Whether you're a ghostwriter, you can simply come up with a blog post, an article. If you're a ghostwriter who writes ebook, why not create an ebook and have it as a work sample? If you are a social media manager, why not create an imaginary account and do your magic there? Have screenshots of it and then put it down there as your portfolio. It doesn't matter if it is a real account or a fake account. What matters is that you were able to use it to achieve real results. Even your own account as a social media manager can be a portfolio sample. Your own account as a ghostwriter can be a portfolio sample. And if you're a graphics designer, you don't even need to have clients. There are so many people who are doing events who you can get flyers done for, send across to them and see what they have to say to you. That aside, you can also imagine a business, imagine a brand, depending on the kind of flyers you design. Get the flyers done and put it out there as your work sample. What matters most is for people to see what you have done and have a sense of what to expect when they decide to work with you. Now to the fourth. The fourth is to offer a free or discounted first job. It may even be more than one. Because I remember that when I started ghostwriting, I volunteered at so many places for so many people, right? And this is not even about them, right? In as much as they are going to benefit from your work if you do well. However, it's going to help you build your experience. It's going to help you gather good reviews, and it might even earn you referrals. So you see, at the end of the day, it's going to be a win-win. So if no client is forthcoming, go ahead and ask to assist people. You're a community manager and you see someone who has a community who talks about her community. What you can simply do is to reach out to her and know if there is any opening or if she's okay with you coming on board to help her manage her community while she directs her focus to other aspects of her business or her brand. If you're a ghostwriter, you see someone who is not being so consistent with posting content or who is even consistent, you can just reach out to them and find out if they need someone to assist them with creating content as a ghostwriter. Then you can also decide to volunteer to manage somebody's social media account, somebody's business page for a few months. Get screenshots of the growth you experienced in that period and have it as your work sample. The fifth is to look for clients if they don't come to you. I know I talk so much about how effective content strategies can literally pull clients to your DM effortlessly. But when this is not happening yet, maybe because your audience, they are simply observing, they're trying to know if you're serious, they're trying to know if they can trust you, and you're building a level of trust with your content. At this level, what you should do is to reach out for these clients yourself. I no longer recommend platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, as beautiful as they are, because the atmosphere has changed and things are no longer as they used to be. They are not as user friendly as they used to be, especially for beginners. We have a lot of other sites where writing jobs are being posted, where remote works are being posted. You can simply go there, check them out, and get hired. I'll be making a video separately to talk about that later. But one I'm going to emphasize in this video is LinkedIn jobs. When you go on LinkedIn, when you visit the LinkedIn job board, you're going to find a number of jobs. Like you type using the search button whatever kind of job you're looking for, graphics, community management, social media management, writing, whatever. Just type it there and then filter according to year. What I do with the year, filter according to months, days, and like that, right? And you probably apply. I'm going to make a video separately to teach you how you can actually apply for this job strategically, not just go in there to send resume and apply like every other person. How you can go the extra mile and stand higher chances of getting hired. Also, make sure your profile looks good, especially if you're sending a cold message. I promise to drop a video on that soon and I've not forgotten. So make sure that your profile is good because people see you before they hear you. If you are sending in any work samples, make sure you are sending in your best. Make sure you keep your messages clear, not trying to be too professional, not trying to be too familiar. Just make sure it is relatable and make sure it is solution oriented. The sixth, which is the final one, is be ready to deliver. Most people in my community call me and they're like, oh, Ma'am Sophia, I just got a client. Oh, Ma'am Sophia, someone just sent me a message. Oh, Ma'am Sophia, I can't believe this. And there's just so much panicking. And I get that. Maybe because it was unexpected, they didn't see it coming, or it was their first try. But honestly, there's really no need for that. I mean, this is what you've been praying for. I get that urge in us to always want to deliver. We want it perfect. We want to get it right on the first trial. So sometimes we get scared that, okay, what if I don't do it right? Oh, I don't know what to do. But you really don't have to, because trust me, your first trial most times is likely not going to be your best. What matters most is that you are clear, you communicate better, you grow, you are willing to learn on the job, and you keep getting better. That is the only way to get better. You get better by doing. The last thing I'll say to you is this: you don't have to wait for everything to be perfect before you get started. You don't have to know it all before you get started on a skill, in an industry, in a niche, whatever. Clarity comes most times when we are in motion. It gets clearer as we move. So I would encourage you to get started already and not waiting to have it all figured out or have it all perfect. Don't wait to send out that proposal or send out that code message when you feel ready. Do it because you already know the basics and you're willing to give yourself a try. You never can tell how far that would go for you. I hope this helps you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know the points that stood out for you. If any of this has worked for you in the past, still let me know in the comments. If there are other things I mentioned in this video that you would like me to talk about or other questions you have for me, please do well to let me know in the comments as well. I would really love to read from you. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Do well to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I drop valuable videos like this. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.